Mr. Lavrov believes the U.S. is not willing to seek a solution to the conflict in Ukraine. Russian Foreign Minister Lavrov stated that the U.S. is not ready to resolve the issue in Ukraine. He believes that the U.S. is creating a situation to maintain its dominance. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine continues. China, Brazil, and Turkey are trying to mediate. South Africa and other African countries have come to Moscow and Kiev. Russia believes that the West's provision of weapons to Ukraine causes meaningless casualties. The reason why the U.S. still wants to punish OPEC despite low oil prices. The U.S. law aims to pressure OPEC to stop cutting production. The U.S. wants to revoke the exemption from protecting OPEC Plus and national oil companies from price collusion lawsuits. This law needs to be passed and approved by the Congress and President Joe Biden. However, analysts doubt the likelihood of passing the law in the context of low oil prices and concerns about economic recession. The U.S. goal is to punish Arab countries in OPEC that cooperate with Iran and Syria through threats and divisions. Dr. Alan Riley believes that Europe will have to return to importing gas from Russia. He emphasizes the 50-year history of gas relations between Europe and Russia. European leaders and businessmen like Gerhard Schroeder and Paolo Scaroni continue to support cooperation with Russia. Cooperation with Russia will resume when necessary, such as during a cold winter or when natural gas prices rise. Are global central banks increasing the use of the Chinese yuan? The Chinese yuan is becoming increasingly popular as many countries engage in trade with China using the yuan, reducing dependence on the US dollar. Central banks use the yuan through record-breaking currency swap agreements. The outstanding balance of foreign currency swap contracts reached 109 billion yuan in March, a significant increase compared to 2022. Argentina and Brazil have used the yuan for imports from China. The People's Bank of China injects liquidity through currency swaps to internationalize the yuan. U.S. sanctions against Russia also promote the use of the yuan in international transactions. Sri Lanka does not withdraw funds from its currency swap agreement with China due to import conditions. Democratic senators urge Biden to use the 14th Amendment to avoid default. A group of Democratic senators in the U.S. is calling on President Biden to invoke the 14th Amendment of the Constitution if there is no agreement with the Republican Party. They want Biden to ensure the validity of public debt and avoid default. Biden is negotiating with House Speaker McCarthy. The U.S. government could run out of money by June 1 if the debt ceiling is not lifted. Removing the borrowing limit allows for the payment of approved expenditures.